Hey YouTube friends, welcome to my channel, Living Life with Mama. I'm Mama. In today's video, I will be setting up my April budget calendar. So at this point, because it is April 5th, a lot of our stuff has already come in. And then also, I didn't get paid a whole lot on my paycheck, so I did have to ask for some help from my church. So that is going to show that in here. But when I do my first paycheck, I'm going to put it all together, I believe, because I think I only have one line. But then when I close out April, it will show as other income. It's not really income, but they definitely helped me to be able to supplement for what I would have gotten if I wasn't sick, all of that kind of stuff. I also think that April 15th paycheck is probably going to be pretty small, but because they were able to help me with this, I think I can use some of the money from the no work days, because I figured out how much I would somewhat need for just the week of spring break, and I estimated it about $600. I think I can use some of that to pay for the end of the month bills, but I did let them know that there was a possibility that I may need help for that. If I remember correctly, the April 15th paycheck will have the dates of spring break in there, and I don't get paid for spring break. I did get paid on the 28th. I think that's another reason why I'm so behind, because I thought I wasn't going to get paid until this day, and then I was waiting before I even wanted to budget. I wanted to wait until I got the money from the church, and he didn't give it to me until Friday, yesterday. So that kind of messed everything up. But then also at the same time, because of all of that, I didn't end up meal planning. We had a lot of chicken left over from when I meal planned about 2 weeks ago, and other things that we didn't end up eating during spring break. We've kind of been eating through. We've made it to the 5th. So in this budgeting, because the 15th lands on a Tuesday, I may end up going ahead and meal planning up to the 20th. That includes Easter that day, just so that when I get paid, I can wait until this weekend to budget and meal plan and all that, and I'm not having to do that in the middle of the month. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started, and let's see where our bills are end up at. This was my payday, and I got $530 and $9.57. And so what I ended up doing was I took an estimate about how much I get paid. So I get about anywhere between $900 to $960, just depends. So I did end up getting extra income from church, $460. So that ended up becoming, I think it was like 9 something. Okay, so a little over than what I normally get, but it is what it is. So I think it ended up being like 450 something and some change, and so I just rounded it up to 460, and they were okay with that. I think that's what it was. Okay, and then I'm gonna use orange for this payday. I'm gonna use purple again for child support. I already received those 2 payments. One was on the 3rd. And since I've already received it and it's going to help me later, I'm going to go ahead and write down the amounts. $369.20. And then this one is actually processing. I received it today. It's probably not going to hit until Monday. So I'm going to go ahead and put child support here. It doesn't have to be exact. And I got 230.80 on that one. See, I wish I hadn't written that paid off thing. It's new. I did go ahead and make a payment on that one. Because I knew it was going to take me a while to get to my budgeting. So I went ahead and just did it. I think I paid like $30 or something like that. So this internet actually technically went up to $60, but I ended up changing my internet provider, my internet service, and I believe it's $50, which, even though technically it's more expensive than the $49.99 or what, $49 whatever it was, but it ended up being cheaper than what it was going to be overall if I had stayed with my previous provider, because it was going to go up again and it was going to raise up to $70. So I was like, that's not going to happen. So I'm guaranteed to have it at $55 for 1 year. April 13th is when my internet, so the 13th, so it changed a little bit, which I don't like. It looks like with taxes and everything, it's actually 55.31. It's because of taxes. Yeah. District taxes, county taxes, local taxes, and state taxes. Seriously. Okay, so it is 55.31. And this is probably going to make it where I don't pay for my cell phone bill from the beginning of the month. So rent, I already paid for rent also. My daughter's insurance. Oops. Car insurance. My insurance. Okay. Phone is the 16th, but internet is the 13th. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So then this payday would be phone. Spire, Evergy, and renters. Insurance. Okay, so I should have 4 and 4, and then rent is split up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that actually ended up working out. So, as always, Capital One I do have, which is the 8th. And then, I paid for Care Credit, which is just due today technically. I paid it with this. Because if I paid it with my child support, it's going to mess everything up. So I'm gonna paid it with that, which is fine. And the other thing is I can't even pull cash out. So I'm going to end up having to figure something out. Like I can actually, but I can't do it at the bank. So which is just fun. Alright, so I did end up paying $33.11. Alright, which I'll put that in my budget, but I wanted to make sure that this was up to date and that everything was good to go. So that is it. That is my video of setting up my April budget calendar. I really do hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up down below. And if you're not already, please make sure that you are subscribed so that you are notified every time that I post a video. As always, you guys have a great week. Bye.